Hi everyone. I try to be super real with my readings, and I'm getting an energy of someone who's grieving something that's really hard and really unfair, and that there may not be an easy fix ever, and you're feeling like there's not much that can be done. And let's see. Ooh, backstabbed, pain. You're in some extreme situation where, like, people have hurt you. People have done you wrong, betrayed you. Let's get some more on this energy here. Ooh, the Fool and the World. I want to say that some foolish people have made it so that you feel trapped right now, okay? Let's get some more info on that, Spirit. Ooh, okay. 5 of Wands. So there's been like a group of people who've like come against you, and you had to be really strong to deal with it, I see. And also, like, you were just in a negative, like, the environment with these people was like combative. They were constantly trying to make like fights, and now they've like, let's see what's happening now. I don't think you're in that environment anymore. My guys are saying that you got out when you could, and you're kind of like beating yourself up that you didn't get out sooner. But there was somebody that was very abusing their power in some way, and maybe they had problems with alcohol or addiction. And there may also be another person in your life that has addiction problems. I don't know, maybe there was like mirroring going on. But you saw, there was like some illusion happening here, and it made you actually saw your choices. You were like, okay, I can get out of this situation, but I'm gonna have to be a hermit to get out of it somehow. You were like, getting out of it also has to do with understanding like my own resilience, like self-reliance. I'm being called to share that book title by Ralph Waldo Emerson, Self-Reliance. It's a great book. It's a thin penguin classic. The Moon, deception, King of Wands, abuse of power, again, rage, somebody with rage problems, anger that was like really deceptive, and you actually tuned in at one point to this deception and were like, I gotta get out of this situation. And now you're just dealing with old karma, and unfortunately it's like really scary, and you don't know how you're gonna get out of this old karma. But the way to get out of this stuck place where you can't travel is really how I see this card in a lot of ways, or self-actualize, is to take a stand, take a mental stand, fight for justice, fight for yourself, take a stand of ideals, take a stand that, you're not gonna let this happen again, and also like, you'll never deal with these people again. You'll never make yourself vulnerable to these people or to any situation like this, which, it sounds hard. And obsessive control. These people have obsessive control, and yeah, I'm getting that they really wanted to like make things hard for you, but I have to close the reading. So, sorry, I just want people to realize I'm leaving. I'm not just gonna sit here. It's a dog bark. Close the sunset. All right, I'm gonna put that in the reading. Something is like, closed for sunset, closed because it's sundown in your life, and you have to like, you've been like looking at this, you've been like, oh, I'm not gonna accept the cup that's offered because look at all these disappointments, look at these like cups that like, you're like, well, I wanted those cups and they weren't available, okay? It's kind of like the disappointment 5 of Cups, but it's like, this person's just like, I'd rather just not like have this cup that's being offered to me right in front of me. And so when it's reversed, it's like coming out of that and being able to be like, okay, well, I can't have that cup, but there's other cups. And also like, just with the Ace of Swords, just like self-validation of your thoughts and your feelings, and closing. This was about going away from a situation, leaving an emotional situation. And this is about, I want to say this is like returning to the self, returning to the heart space, realizing that you're safe, okay? You're creating safety in your life, I'm getting. And it has to do with leaving this situation, because the 5 of Wands can also be about change and communication for the 5. So it's like conflict that's leading to your success. And I know you can't see that right now, but listen, you're learning to stand up for yourself, as what I'm feeling from the viewer. It's not only being an empath in this world, it's learning to wield that and not let that sensitivity be taken advantage of, and use your voice for good, for your own life and others.